loves. So no, we're not doing a cooking segment today, but we are dealing with something that has to deal with food. So I started bringing my plants in because where I'm at, the nights are starting to get cooler. I live further up north, so it's starting to get a little cooler. And I want to have continuous herbs and have vegetables and stuff I could have access to all year round. So what I did, I invested in some grow lights. Oh my God, I must have like, wait, one, two, three, four, like four different grow lights here. This is like a five head one. And what's so cute about this is that these are bendable. See, you could twist them. And they have a beautiful timer on it too, where you could time it for like 4 hours. Oops, I turned it off. Girl, you could time it for like 4 hours. So it'll stay on for 4 hours and it'll go off for 4 hours and come back on for another 4 hours. And I got it for 8, but I usually do it for 12. So it'll be on for 12 hours. It'll come on and come off. This is great, especially if you're one of those people that travel a lot, you know. And then I have another one here that's like a five-headed one. Then I have a two-headed one. All right here. This is like a two-headed one. All of them are full spectrum. Okay. You could also dim the light. I think this one here, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. You can make this red. This is the one that you could clamp on. And this is the one that I have here is the one that comes with a tripod. So I only have one of those because I didn't want to take too much room. So I'm using this spare room in my house for my plants. Okay, and I think with this, a lot of them, you could dim them. Why am I keep turning this off? Oh, baby. Okay, wait. It goes to blue. It goes to blue. Wait. It goes to blue. Then it goes to red. Isn't that cute? All right. And different spectrums of light do different things. Okay. Let me see here. We could make this white and red, or you could just make it red, and you also can dim it. Okay, if you don't want it that bright, you could dim the light too in here. And all the light that you see in here, guys, is basically from this lamp, these lamps. My habanero plant. And because, of course, the weather's starting to get cool. And usually when you bring them in, that means you don't have to worry about you're overwinterizing your peppers. But usually before I even got these grow lights, what I would do, I would take this off out of the soil because I have raised beds outside. And basically, I would just use the hose and rinse off the roots. And of course, I would cut all this off, all the leaves, all the fruits, and I would put it in the hibernation, okay, for next season. But because I have these beautiful grow lights that will provide beautiful spectrum of light that will help with photosynthesis, and help your plants grow, so you have like your indoor light. Okay, the spectrums of the light will definitely help your plants grow. I'm doing it for the first time. My goal is to have access to herbs and vegetables all year round. So I started with a lot of stuff, and I became obsessed. It's an obsession. It's become such a great obsession or a hobby, you know. So I have some basil. These are some Genovese basil. We have some habanero peppers. That's the same habanero pepper that came from that plant, and it was double rooted. So I just put it in these cute little grow bags. And the reason why I like these is because they're very inexpensive. I got these, as a matter of fact, off of Temu. And if you can't go on Temu, you can also go on Amazon and get these grow bags. And they allow the air to circulate better in, for the roots and stuff. So I really like how these grow. And I got bigger sizes too. Like if we come down here, I think this is like a 3-gallon one. And that top one up there was a 1-gallon one. Okay. So that's good right there, okay? And I said, you know what, I'll grow this and this one, because my father likes to grow and garden himself. So this one, the big one, of course, is mine, but I'm going to grow this out for him and give this to him for his garden, because he wants to start his garden again. And I guess he had stopped because of the COVID, okay? So I'm starting to grow some onions, baby. I ain't playing. I am not playing. I am so not playing. I got some red onions and some white onions that I'm growing. I think with these onions, first time I'm growing onions, you gotta, especially when you're doing it from seed. I'm not doing it from starter. I'm doing it from seed, pure seeds. And I think I'm starting now in September because I think these take a minute to start growing. So we're doing that. And I have another pepper plant. To be honest with you, I assume this is a jalapeno plant here. I guess when I came back from surgery and stuff, everything was growing. I was like, oh, okay. All right. And this right here, these are scallions. This is scallion. Let me tell you something, guys. A lot of times when I don't ever have to buy scallion. Whenever I need scallion, I could always come in here and get scallions. So, when you get the scallions and you see that rooted part at the bottom, guys, all you got to do is get some dirt. You could put them in some water, but it's cuter to better if you put them in some dirt and give it 6 days, and whenever you cut, it will grow. It will continuously grow, and I continuously have this large amount of scallions. So whenever I need scallions, I could come up in here and get what I need. And because this bad boy was even taller than that, I had given a whole bushel of at least 12 inches worth to my aunt, when she makes her green seasoning and stuff. So whenever you get scallion, you could put it on your windowsill, but keep in mind, try to keep it in a spot because it's going to get cold depending on where you are. I'm in New York, so depending on where you have unlimited amounts of scallion. And there's other plants that you could regrow too. So that's a good tip. You never have to throw away the bottom part, rooted part of the scallion. You'll always have, so whenever you cut, it will grow right back, okay? And I got my parsley. This is some nice parsley right here. This parsley right here, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I had this for over a year. And I remember when I first started growing this, it was dying. And it was just sitting there on the windowsill. Then I let the summer come. Then it was starting to bud out. But eventually, I'm gathering that it grew out the way it did. Because it was wilty, it didn't have no leaves, it was really small. It came back, So I would assume it's like a perennial. I would really think that parsley, I'm just really starting to get into gardening. I would really think that parsley is an annual, but I assume it's a perennial because I had this for over a year. Okay? And it started coming back to life. Now I'm starting to grow some more cilantro. Right here. And you know what I've noticed? I always had a problem growing cilantro and parsley. One thing I've noticed is when you are growing cilantro and parsley, or like a lot of these herbs, guys, you don't want to overwater them. I mean, they need water, but be careful with how much water you add. And make sure there's like enough circulation and enough filtering in the bottom where the water could drain, because that could definitely kill your herbs. It's happened to me, but it's a learning experience. And the way you could do that is, if you could always stick your finger in the dirt about this much in. Okay, and if it's still a little moist, you may not need water. But if you feel like it's dry, add some water. Okay, you don't have to water it every day, but make sure that it has. But that's something I've noticed. Okay, I think I try, and this is some curly parsley that I'm starting to grow. I had it one half on this side, and the other half was supposed to be thyme. But I think that's what I did with this one here too. The time ain't hardly coming up, but maybe one day it will pop up, because I had watered it. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just leaving it alone. I give it just enough water, okay, for it to grow. Oh, and what you see back here, guys, this is from a tomato plant that I had for over a year. Oh God, let me get over here. I'm like creating like a little jungle here, a little forest that I have. It's called a mortgage lifter tomato, big tomato. And a good way for you, and what I did, I cut it where, oh God, I need to put it somewhere so I could show you guys. Oh wow, what the hell? And you see what I did? I put it in some water, and what I wanted to do, I wanted to start rooting. So when it starts to root, I will start planting it. But I know I can't. This here is a interdeterminate, meaning that it will just, this could go up to like 9, 10 feet tall, guys. But I'm doing this, so I'm cloning it. I took a piece of it from a tomato plant, and as you can see, when I did that, I rooted it, so I don't have to worry about buying another tomato plant of this particular kind, because I think this year I'm going to grow like 4 different tomatoes. I got sweetie tomatoes, I got dwarf tomatoes that I'm going to have. I think they could grow up to 2 feet tall, and I could have tomatoes all year round in the house. What else I got? I got some other tomatoes, like medium-sized tomatoes like this I got from Sam's Club. There's some kind of sweet something. And what? Oh, and I got some black cherry tomatoes. Black Indian, what's it called? Some black tomatoes. I never tried those before. It looked cute. I like to try new things. Some thyme here. I'm starting some thyme here in my grow bags. Okay. These are like 1 gallon. Thyme here too, because thyme is a perennial. So guys, I'm learning too. So it's starting to slowly grow too as well. You know, I planted this a few days ago, and it's starting to starting to grow. Okay, so I can have unlimited herbs. Unlimited herbs, because I love herbs. I do a lot of cooking. That's why I have a channel called Jackie's Cooking. You know, so I don't have to worry about going to the supermarket, you know, and buying stuff when I have access to it right here. Guys, in today's economy, let me tell you something. If you could grow your own food, find a spot in your house. If you live in an apartment, you could do it. If you have a nice balcony space, you can make it work. Guys, go on YouTube. Let me tell you something. You can learn how to build a house on YouTube. Okay, let me tell you, go on YouTube and learn about growing. Start off small with some herbs and how to grow herbs in my apartment. You know, I had to learn how to do these things, you know. This is like my third year gardening. So, you know, I learned little by little. You know, this is dill that I'm growing. Okay, I'm growing some dill. All right. And this right here, what the hell is that? Oh, baby. Wait, this is rosemary. This is rosemary, starting to pop. This is some tarragon. I never tried tarragon. Okay. Then we got some hot peppers here. Hot Thai pepper. What are those? Cayenne blend peppers. I even got more peppers somewhere, guys, in here too that I'm growing. Baby, there's gonna be a forest up in this little room. Then I got my sage. This sage, and let me tell you something, this sage is over a year too, because I had planted this along with my parsley in the same pot, and they were not growing. I mean, literally, they were like little stubs. They were dying, and I just left them alone. I didn't pay them no mind, and I guess I separated them, and the weather was getting warmer, and I guess because of mistake, I kept them by the windowsill when it was cold, so all that into play. I mean, I was brand new to this, but look at this. It's starting to grow again, sage, and I think sage is a perennial too, if I'm not mistaken. Then I got my oregano, some nice oregano. And when I get to grow big abundance of this, guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it, I'm going to dry it out, let it dry out. You could have them as dry herbs, put them in all your other dishes. Then I got some chives that I'm growing here. And I got, what the hell is this? And this is some mint. I wanted mint because I want these two, guys, for medicinal purposes too. Because mint is a great medicine that you can make tea with, and rosemary. And I think thyme too. You can make great medicines. They're great herbs. Not just for eating, but for medicinal purposes as well. Then these here, guys, I went to Sam's Club. You know the colored big red colorful bell peppers? The green ones won't do this. You have to get the colorful ones. Those are the ones that are really, really ripe and that will grow. So I said, you know what? I had a whole bunch. I brought a whole bunch of it from Sam's Club in the bag. So I just took the seeds out, scattered them. It was like yellow, orange, and red. And this is what I'm getting. Okay, so it started out. So, I'm going to give some couple of them for my father for his garden next year. So this is starting. Guys, we're only in the last week of September. So I'm going to be nice and ready for next year. So this is not a game. And I got other stuff too. I've got watermelon that's coming. Some sweet, what do you call those? Sweet babies? Sugar babies. I got some sugar babies. I got some zucchini. I got cucumber coming. I got okra. God, I got okra. I got bok choy, the baby bok choy. I love bok choy, Chinese cabbage. Oh my God, do I love that. These 5-headed lights come with these little cute tools, which I think is so cute. They just threw that in there. So I have like so many of these lights, but these are cute too, especially when you're gardening. And of course, these come with a stand. These come with a stand, which I have not used. I just clip it. I just clip it. You could also use it as a stand. I guess you would put it right here, something like that, put it on the floor. Okay. And guys, also keep in mind, you're going to need, you could always make, but I'm not going to get all into that with you today, of how you can make natural fertilizers. But I'm trying to do things as organically as I can. So I got something, it's like an organic seaweed. It's like kelp. It has 7 types of algae, seaweed. Or even if you're by the beach and you see some seaweed, grab that bad boy. And I think you can put some water in it, let it steep up in there. And you can use that as fertilizer for your herbs, for your garden, for your lawn. Okay, because I'm not going to tell you no lie. I had put this in the dill. I swear to you, I had put this in the dill, and I could have told you the next day I was having, they were just bursting. So this really, really does work. It's like an organic, clean kelp, but I have some new hatchlings here too. But really. Oh, baby, these are quail. And if you look in my other earlier videos, I have quail. I show you how to raise them. They'll give you lots of eggs. You can have them for meat. Guess what? If there's ever an apocalypse, a girl's going to eat. I'm going to have food up in my house. I don't know about you, but I'm going to have food up in my house. I'm telling you guys, and the reason why we don't, we got to start taking things a little bit more seriously because, guys, when that pandemic happened, let me tell you something, that shit was real. That shit right there was real. That thing was like Russian roulette. It was taking people, sending people to hospital. People were dying left and right. And you're looking at everybody next to you the minute they have one little cough. You're looking at them and we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know. This took millions and millions of people. And we had that lockdown. But baby, I was speaking to my sister-in-law the other day and I was telling her, it's so funny because you could even find chicken feet. That's something you wouldn't really think people would buy. And mind you, chicken feet is something you would always find. You could even find chicken feet in the supermarkets because everything was, only one per person. So, of course, I would be with my husband and be like, you go on that line, I'll go on this line to get what we need, to double up on what we needed. You couldn't find toilet paper. And I said, this is real. As science fiction that was, it's real. So, guys, I'm not going to keep blabbing. But, guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and consider subscribing to Jackie's Cooking. And don't forget to press that notification bell so you can be updated of all my new videos. Because not only do I only cook on this channel, but I like to do gardening. It has to do with food. And give me that thumbs up. Let's get that algorithm going. And let everybody know that Jackie's cooking. So, my loves, I hope you enjoyed this video. I wanted to come on here and show off because I'm so obsessed, And leave me your comments. If you would like me to do more of these types of videos here to pertain to planning and gardening. I'm learning just like everybody else is. All right, so I'm not no pro, but I'm starting to get there. Let me know and we'll talk. All right, my loves. So I hope you're having a good, blessed day. Please stay healthy. Please stay blessed and protected. And I need you to do 3 things for me. And that is eat, love, and pray. Until next time, baby.